And he's very elusive as well. I just think this guy's a total package.
Super Bowl 45 is going to come down to the final quarter. Let's go to the fourth. 21-17. Green Bay.
All right, it's party time. I got 3 different kinds of pretzels. I got 6 different kinds of soda.
Chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
48 pack of waffles, a gallon of barbecue sauce.
20 seconds to go time.
Got it.
Carb up.
I'll get it.
Hello, Newman.
Hi there, I'm a girls.
We're ready to serve the appetizers.
Great, we'll be down there.
We got you, Uncle Jesse.
You're already here? No way!
Hey, come on in, guys.
Don't sneak.
Did I do that?
Everyone, if I may direct your attention to the television.
It's great to have you all here for Super Bowl 45. The air is electric here in Dallas.
This is my favorite thing, America.
It's a beautiful day for anything and everything, right?
Hurry, we can't miss the commercials.
If someone broke into my house and some of my girlfriend's stuff got stolen, would my homeowner's policy cover her loss? I would think that anything inside the house is covered, so yeah. Probably.
Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
How did it go?
Check it out. I'm engaged.
You got engaged on a blind date?
Well, we went to Fridays and had an amazing time and just really connected.
Hi, baby. Ooh, roommate.
It's easy to get carried away with that Friday feeling. Right now, get carried away with the bold flavors of Friday's Fusions. Delicious skewers smothered in sauces from around the world, starting at only $6.99. In here, it's always Friday.
Big changes today for Indiana's agriculture and small business. What we're learning here
Education
today.
in Indiana, IU, Purdue, Ball State, IUPUI.
Union protest is heating up outside an Indiana manufacturing business.
Economic climate changing, large part to construction projects.
Evening, a major medical breakthrough that could affect the health of thousands of Indiana families.
More information on that rash of home invasions on the north side.
Voting for the Super Bowl 45 MVP has begun. You can now vote online or on your mobile device at NFL.com/MVP. Vote now. Second and 2 as we start the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh with the ball down by 4. Mendenhall, loss of football, picked up by Bishop. Matthews and Pickett combined on the tackle to knock it out. And it's the third Steeler turnover of Super Bowl 45.
Well, the Packers needed this. They needed to change the momentum. You see Pickett and Matthews right there knock it loose. Dave Johnson playing fullback. He didn't know the ball had come out. So the ball goes in behind him. He's not looking for it. And the Packers had a clean run then at recovering that fumble.
It's behind Johnson. Desmond Bishop picks it up. Matthews with a hit to force it. And now Green Bay up by 4, takes over at their own 45. Rodgers keeps it. The throw wasn't there. And now off his back foot, incomplete. Ike Taylor the closest to it, trying to force it to Jennings downfield.
Well, you see that a lot after a turnover like that. You see a lot of these play callers that then want to try to take advantage and capitalize on the momentum shift and take a shot down the field. That's exactly what Mike McCarthy was then trying to do. Aaron Rodgers had to hold that for a while. Donald Lee did an outstanding job on Lamar Woodley in protection.
Packers have 14 points off the first 2 Steeler turnovers. That was number 3. Now 2nd and 10, a blitz. Jordy Nelson, Troy Polamalu makes the play. A gain of just 3. As Polamalu, the AP Defensive Player of the Year, made the tackle.
Well, you look at this game right now for Green Bay offensively and how they've been able to, complete some passes. It's been Jordy Nelson. I mean, even though Greg Jennings had the touchdown down the seam there in that first half, they've kept him bottled up. Only 2 catches here in this game.
Only 4 times in Super Bowl history has a team lost. They'd have 3 or more takeaways. That's what Green Bay has been able to do, take it away from the Steelers. On 3rd down, the pass is low and caught by James Jones.
Take a look here and see if he was able to secure the catch. And sure enough, he gets his arms underneath that one, and they had double coverage. They're going to get up here and get this ball snapped. But 2 guys on Greg Jennings on the last play, and that's a lot of what he has seen throughout this game.
12-yard completion to Jones on 3rd down. Now 1st and 10. Just inside the Pittsburgh 40. Rodgers drops it off for Jackson, incomplete.
Boy, Aaron Rodgers you can tell he's really frustrated. I think he's more frustrated with himself than he is what's happening around him. He's just missed more throws in this game, Joe, than we've seen in a long time from him. He's just rushed some easy ones too, and it's not something you see often. The Steelers defense will do that, though.
2nd and 10. Blitz. Green Bay picks it up. Nelson drops another. And if Aaron Rodgers was frustrated with himself earlier, he'll be frustrated with Jordy Nelson here.
Yeah, this is a tough one because, against a team like this that doesn't give up that many big plays, you don't get this many opportunities, and you got to make them. That ball is put right where it has to be, and Jordy Nelson now has dropped a few. We saw the one James Jones dropped earlier. Jordy Nelson, I believe it's about his 3rd drop ball.
4 on the night for Green Bay. It's 3rd and 10. Blitz coming off the edge. Packers pick it up. There's Nelson. 1st down. Inside the 20. Gets a block. Polamalu knocks him out of bounds near the 1.
Well, the Packers anticipate the blitz, and if you pick it up, here they come. But watch Brandon Jackson here. He's got to go get him. Earlier in the game, we saw the running backs just wait. This time he goes and gets him and gives Aaron Rodgers the confidence that he's going to have protection. Jordy Nelson saw it. He wasn't real sure exactly when Rodgers was going to throw it to him, whether it was going to be a hot throw or should he advance into his route. He continued into his route in a nice executed play.
1st and goal, ball outside the 2. That's where they mark Nelson out of bounds, and Rodgers sacked. The Steelers defense makes a play and a loss of 6.
They were trying to get that to Crabtree. That's why it looks so bad. He's trying to get through the formation, and it just got all bottled up right from the beginning. And Rodgers just had nowhere to go with it. Watch Crabtree here, number 83. He's trying to get through the backside of it. Brett Kiesel, he was anticipating it, but that didn't look, a nice thought. Sometimes you can sneak the tight end through the back, but this wasn't very good from the start.
2nd Steelers sack. Takes it back to the 8. Rodgers looking left, comes to his right. Jennings! Touchdown!
Just when you say they haven't really gotten Greg Jennings involved, he lines up in the slot. You saw Troy Polamalu. He's expecting that seam route again because that's where he got beat last time. He's expecting the seam route, and Greg Jennings runs an excellent route, gets him to bite, goes to the corner. Aaron Rodgers is just trying to hold some of that coverage, looking to his left, but I think he knew all along he was going to come back to the outside post route or corner route by Jennings.
And it's back to an 11-point game. That's the third time in this game the Packers have turned a turnover into 7. Jennings gets this one, his second of the game. And the Pack is up by 11.
You're funny looking.
You're funny looking too.
That's a funny looking shirt.
It's a funny looking dress.
You got funny looking eyes.
You got a funny looking face.
Strangers don't last long here.
The lizard? He is going to die.
When is he going to die?
Soon, compadre. Rated PG.
Hey guys, the reviews are in on Cars.com.
Really? What'd they say?
Well, let's see. It says Sheila looks great, topless.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And it says here Hank's a real gas guzzler.
You hear that, Hank?
Whatever.
Hey, what about me?
It says your ride is very smooth.
Aw, yeah. Hear that, Sheila?
Never gonna happen.
With consumer and expert reviews, confidence comes standard.
See? Just like the review said. Big rear end.
Excuse me?
Thanks again for dog sitting. No worries. They're really smart. They'll do whatever you tell them. Oh, and there's a ton of Bud Light in the fridge. Here we go.
Hey, guys.
There's a whisker in my hamburger.
Guys, we need more mugs.
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Tonight, after the Super Bowl, television's best comedy returns. Heads will roll. With an episode that can only be described as thrilling. Glee is back.
It's Sylvester, right? Sue Sylvester?
All new, coming up next on Fox. Today's game is sponsored by the new film Rango, starring Johnny Depp, in theaters March 4th.
Rashard Mendenhall with a fumble. Had 347 touches during the regular season, 2 fumbles. He fumbled leading to that last touchdown, recovered by Desmond Bishop, forced by Clay Matthews, Pickett with an assist. And now Crosby pops it up. Antonio Brown past the 25, picking his way along the sideline, and a pretty good return. And the reaction along the Green Bay sideline. Greg Jennings with the touchdown. The injured Charles Woodson loving every second of it.
What if we always settled for the first thing that came along? Then we'd never have gotten here. Introducing the Sonata Hybrid from Hyundai.
I wonder how much money he makes. I wonder if he loves his mother. I wonder if he'll lose his hair. I wonder if he wants kids. I wonder if he's the one.
I want to sleep with her, 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 I want to sleep with her. I want her Pepsi Max, I want her Pepsi Max, I want her Pepsi Max.
Not a chance.
Damn. Wait, for which one?
Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
From the creators of Ice Age.
Welcome to Rio.
A bird who never learned to fly will discover a place where he can soar.
What are you doing? I don't know.
In Rio, the music never stops. Flying's what you feel in here. And the comedy never ends.
You did not feel it in here.
Rio.
Yeah, little King Kong.
This film is not yet rated.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Today's game is sponsored by the Sonata Hybrid from Hyundai. And by Select 55. Superior taste makes it Select. 55 calories makes it the world's lightest beer.
How about this along the sideline? Kevin Green, outside linebackers coach. The last time Matthews took the field, here's what he said.
Rallying the troops. It is time. It is time.
And what did Clay Matthews do? Well, it was time. As he and Pickett came together on a tackle of Rashard Mendenhall, he forced a fumble, and Aaron Rodgers took the Packers down the field into the end zone. And an 8-yarder to Greg Jennings. It's an 11-point game. Steelers at their 34. Blitz, quick throw. Pass is caught by Matt Spaeth. Tight end. A gain of 9. We talked about Marquise Pouncey. You watched him on tape, and I know you came away. He's a rookie. He's a Pro Bowler. Played all 18 games up till today. He was really, really good.
He's the best rookie offensive lineman I've ever seen, and I had some good ones there in Dallas that came in. And the fact that he played center, I mean, this guy is he is as athletic as a tight end, and he's strong as a bull. I mean, he is an exceptional player.
2nd down and 1 for the Steelers, who need to put something together. Roethlisberger with all day finds Wallace for a 1st down into Green Bay territory. To the 46, a gain of 11, back to the touchdown to Jennings.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Troy Polamalu right here, 43, and see how he starts to jump Greg Jennings on the seam route, because that's where Jennings had beat them earlier. It wasn't necessarily a great route by Greg Jennings. It was just Troy Polamalu being instinctive, which is how he plays the game. He's anticipating that. He wants to jump it, and because of that, it's what opened up that corner route then for Greg Jennings and an easy touchdown.
Blitz coming. Bush doesn't get home with the pass incomplete for Antonio Brown, and Jared Bush really put a hit on Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, we talked about it. When you lose Charles Woodson, then what is Dom Capers going to do? Here he is. Well, nothing has changed. Jared Bush now, he's playing the slot defender where Charles Woodson would normally be manning, and he's coming on blitzes just like we've seen from Charles Woodson all season long.
Roethlisberger's been sacked once, hit 8 times. 2nd and 10. Wallace. Bush can't get to him. Pepra does, but a completion of 14 yards. And I guess, Troy, that's the way the season has gone for Green Bay. 15 players on IR, and here they are in the biggest game of the year, and they lose their playmaker on defense. Certainly one of their 2 big ones, Matthews being the other when Charles Woodson went down.
Seems like that's kind of the way it should be, right? I mean, he's been doing this all year, overcoming the injuries, key players going down. It happens on the biggest stage, and they haven't missed a beat.
1st down at the 32. Roethlisberger, penalty flag for a hold on Flozell Adams. Pass is caught by Heath Miller, but Flozell Adams had a hold of Clay Matthews.
That's not very smart there by Flozell Adams. He had some
holding,
help.
Number 73, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
They say 73, watch 71. Flozell Adams on Clay Matthews.
Yeah, he's getting help by Heath Miller before Heath Miller releases and then goes up the field, so there wasn't really a lot that Flozell had to do. And yet he still got called for the hold. But I tell you, you talk to every guy within that locker room, Joe, and they are thrilled to have gotten Flozell Adams this year. He has really played well, had a great year for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
1st and 20. Blitz off the edge, pass caught by Wallace, wrestled down by Bishop at the 40. A gain of 2.
We've seen that play now a lot from Pittsburgh. It's something that they are very good at, and they're good at it because they've got good blockers. One, they've got a great speed guy in Mike Wallace, but then they've also got good blockers from other wideout positions and then also the tight end position, so they can throw a pretty quick pass and turn it into a nice gain a lot of times.
2nd and 18. Takes it all the way to the 25, a completion of 15 yards.
They just completely turned Hines Ward loose. Now they blew the coverage. It looked like it might have been Jared Bush. I'm not sure exactly who was responsible, but they vacated that area. Yeah, Jared Bush was the guy who probably should have been covering Hines Ward, and because he didn't go with them, boy, there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
It's 3rd and 3. Even a field goal would cut this to a one-possession game. Blitz again. Floated for Wallace. What a throw! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Shields tries to get his hands on Mike Wallace, and with a speed guy, you better do it if you're going to try. And he failed to, and that's why Wallace got as open as he did. You can see right here a nice route by Mike Wallace. Starts to the inside, gets Shields on his heels, and then he's there for the touchdown.
And now Pittsburgh's going to go for 2. Steelers were 2 for 2, going for 2 during the regular season. Went to Mewelde Moore twice. He's not in the lineup. Packers did not face a 2-point conversion this season defensively. Roethlisberger on a pitch. Successful to Antoine Randall L. It's a 3-point game with 7.5 to go. First, the touchdown. 25 yards to Mike Wallace. Perfect throw. And then Roethlisberger to Antoine Randall L. It's a 3-point game here in Arlington.
Drivers who want to get the most out of their cars. It's Bridgestone or nothing.
We are not doing it.
You've done racy GoDaddy commercials before.
Yeah, but this is over the top. Thank you. We're here to promote GoDaddy, not be a part of some crazy stunt.
Well, we're contractually obligated.
GoDaddy girls coming to set. And everybody's scary.
See more now at GoDaddy.com.
Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, Black Betty had a child, Bam-a-lam, my damn thing go wild, Bam-a-lam, she's so rock steady, Bam-a-lam, she's always ready, Bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, woo, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam, Black Betty, oh.
This Tuesday,
Never be afraid to be yourself.
the comedy hit Raising Hope is back. Let's get this party started.
What year is this? 2011.
All new Raising Hope, Tuesday after Glee on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Volkswagen.
What a game. 3 points. separate the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers with 7:34 to go. Pat Lee waits for the kick. From the 8. Ke'Aaron Fox on the tackle. And a return of 17 yards. Catch your breath. Here comes Aaron Rodgers. And the Green Bay offense up by 3.
Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Worked hard all my lifetime.
Oh, I know that wasn't my car. It's my car.
125 years in the making. Introducing the new line of Mercedes-Benz. Welcome to the family.
Has anyone seen my silver Mercedes? Anyone?
Fox tomorrow, television's best new show, hits the streets.
Let's do this.
Don't miss The Chicago Code. Series premiere tomorrow after House on Fox.
Dr. House?
Yeah,
I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
me too.
Want my churro? Really, you can have it.
My patient just died. You think the Spanish deep-fried snack is gonna make things better?
I guess I'll see you around then.
Hey, kid. Catch.
Ow!
Really thought you had that.
By way of a recap, the Pittsburgh Steelers have never led in this game. As we look outside Cowboys Stadium here in Arlington, Steelers trailed 14-0 after 1, 21-3 late in the second quarter, 21-10 at the half, 21-17 after 3, trailed by 11 with 7.5 to go. Now they're down by 3. Rodgers steps up and down he goes. Ziggy Hood was in there, and he wasn't alone. Woodley as well, and a loss of 4.
Well, Lawrence Timmons, you're going to see right here, and then you got James Starks who misses him. He gets preoccupied with the play fake, and by doing that, then he's unable to pick up Timmons, who is his man in protection, and then you got Rodgers just scrambling. I'm a little surprised now 2nd and long, but they have really abandoned the run here in this game. Only 9 running plays for the Green Bay Packers, and I didn't think I'd ever say that about Mike McCarthy.
3rd Steelers sack. Here's Nelson. He slides at the 30. His feet started to go out from under him. A gain of 9. Aaron Rodgers has taken some hits. As we're under 7 to go in this game. He's been hit 16 times.
Yeah, I think when you look at 36 times you're dropping back, and against the Steelers, who led the league in sacks, you're going to get hit. And it's a wonder he hasn't been hit even more. And they just haven't been able to maintain balance with the running game. And that's something that the Packers have been really good at in the 3 postseason games coming into this game. Over 30 rushing attempts in each.
3rd and 5 just became 3rd and 10.
False start, number 73, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
They get Darren College as again the Steeler fans start to make a lot of noise.
Well, the longer that this game goes, with it being as close as it is, I think the more nervous you've got to get then if you're the Green Bay Packers. This is a Steelers team, in particular a Steelers defense, that knows how to win games late.
Third down and 10. Rodgers over the middle. What a throw. Jennings. And a huge completion on 3rd and 10. 31 yards from Aaron Rodgers.
This is that seam route again. He scored the touchdown on it in the first half. I go back to it. Mike Tomlin was so certain that they were going to try to make this throw to Greg Jennings in the slot that he instructed his backup quarterbacks, Byron Leftwich and Charlie Batch, throughout the week. Every time we have that play called against our defense, I want you to throw it because we have to get used to covering that play. 2 big plays now in this game to Greg Jennings on the seam.
See if the Packers go to the ground game to try and take some of this clock. Here's Starks to the 30. Just the 10th running play of this game, and it's 14 yards to James Starks.
You know, you look at an offense that had really struggled here in the second half, with the exception of when they had gotten turnovers, had not really established any drive of any length. But they get the big 3rd down on another pinpoint throw by Aaron Rodgers to Jennings, and you feel the momentum shift. All of a sudden, Aaron Starks rattles off a big run.
Now in that bone formation with the 2 big fullback types in front of Starks. Starks gets it again. And the rookie picks up a yard. James Starks during the regular season had 101 total rushing yards. Didn't play in his senior year at Buffalo with a shoulder injury. Started this season on the physically unable to perform list with a bad hamstring. Had a good debut against San Francisco December 5th, 73 yards. Not good against Detroit the next week, inactive, but he has been a star this postseason. 2nd and 9. There's Jennings at the top. Rodgers throws. James Jones.
They had single coverage across the board, Joe. I thought he was going to take a shot to Greg Jennings. No help over the top. Instead, he comes down to James Jones. Watch this throw and route right here. Back shoulder. William Gay trying to guard against the deep ball for the touchdown. You just can't play both.
Sets up a 1st and goal at the 8. Remember, the Steelers have only 1 timeout remaining. They had to take them early in this second half. They fake it to Jackson. Pass caught by Crabtree. The Green Bay tight end gets 1.
It's a big-time drive right here by the Green Bay Packers when you consider the fact that Pittsburgh goes down, cuts the game to 3 points. And now you've got to do something. One, you've got to take time off the clock. Secondly, you've got to come away with points. And if they're able to score a touchdown here, I mean, obviously that's what they're hoping to do. But this is answering the bell right here for the Green Bay Packers on this drive.
Big 3rd down completion to Greg Jennings for 31 yards. Second and goal, James Jones. Nowhere to go to the 5, and now it's 3rd and goal. Under 3 to play, Ike Taylor on the stop.
Well, pretty interesting here. You know, I mean, there's a lot of coaches that would look at this situation on 3rd down and say, okay, a field goal is huge. You know, we make them have to score a touchdown. A touchdown's even bigger. You know, if you didn't trust your quarterback here, you'd run it real conservatively. You'd run a draw play with your quarterback, or you'd hand the ball off. I think Mike McCarthy, he's thinking nothing but touchdown here with Aaron Rodgers.
Blitz coming. Polamalu slips, floated. Jordy Nelson incomplete. And it is 4th down with 2:10 to go. Polamalu went from one side of the formation all the way to the other and then slipped coming on a blitz, and Nelson could not haul it in.
Just not quite enough, and that's a perfectly thrown ball. It's a well thrown ball by Aaron Rodgers, because the last thing you can do on that throw is be short. I mean, you've got to make your receiver go get it so that he's the only guy then that can make the play on it. And I wouldn't say that Jordy Nelson necessarily, he's had some drops as we know, but I wouldn't say that he should have caught that one. That would have been a nice catch.
23-yard try. First of the game for Crosby, drills it. 6-point game. Key play, 3rd and 10 at the 25, 31-yard completion to Jennings. Packers get 3, they lead by 6.
All right, so dude, check this out. I got a great idea for the Camaro commercial. We start in that desert, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, what car is that? And then it's like, bam!
Whoa!
Super fast.
And mirrors, a whole bunch of mirrors.
I guess. But maybe it's a woman that's driving.
Hot.
Totally hot. She's blonde.
Redhead.
Or a redhead. You know, we should be in the city.
Driving fast.
Screeching through the streets.
Dodging hay bales.
No, she's in the city. I don't know why you'd have hay. But what about a chase?
Yeah, with bad guys. And a helicopter.
Right, yeah, all that stuff. It's right behind her. They're catching up. This is where the energy is, man.
Yeah, they chase her onto a roof and she flies off.
Dude, she just flies off a building?
Picturing.
Yeah, I'm picturing disaster. Like, we need an ending.
I got it. Car lands, she drives up, she's a teacher.
Ah, teacher?
Hi, guys.
Hey, hi, Miss Evelyn. I did not see that coming.
And then
the announcer says
the 426 horsepower Camaro.
And then we're done.
All right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's intelligent. Even genius. But does your network work?
Yes, I can hear you now.
This is America's largest and most reliable network, Verizon, built so you can rule the air.
31-25, 6-point game with 2:07 left in the 4th quarter. There's a scoring drive put together by Aaron Rodgers. There's a 31-yard catch on 3rd down, which was the big part of it, in 5.5 minutes off the clock. Here's the game summary. There are the numbers for Roethlisberger. 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. 1 returned immediately for a touchdown. Green Bay has scored 3 touchdowns off turnovers in this game. Saw the numbers for Aaron Rodgers, who was up over 300 yards passing here in this Super Bowl. Antonio Brown returned 1 for a touchdown during the regular season waits. And one of the upbacks, Isaac Redman, is hit by Wilhelm, stays on his feet, and eventually it's Bigby. And now flag. A flag along the Packers sideline, but it's the Packers who come away clapping about it. And see who it's against. Ke'Aaron Fox, 57 for Pittsburgh, was
After
shoving.
the play, personal foul, number 57 of the receiving team. That'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st down, Pittsburgh, and this is the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning with 1:59 remaining. Down by 6. The man with 2 rings will go to work.
1, 2, 3. Is everybody focused?
Greetings, Glee Clovers. I have news that is simply outstanding.
We're rehearsing a number for regionals.
I have a cousin who works for Chevrolet, and he wants you to appear in a commercial. And you'll each receive, wait for it, a brand new Chevy Cruze.
Wait, we're getting cars?
That's amazing.
Little do they know that by performing in an ad, they'll forfeit their amateur status and be barred from competition forever.
I can finally stop walking through the drive-thru window.
You know how they say that we can only access 20% of our brain? Well, this lets you access all of it.
What would you do?
How many of us ever know what it is to become the perfect version of ourselves?
There's no scenario where you don't work for me.
I see 50 scenarios. That's what it does. Puts me 50 moves ahead of you.
Limitless. This film is not yet rated.
I don't really know how to say this, other than to just say it. You're amazing. The best I've ever had. But things just aren't working out. Well, that's not completely true. I am working out. It's not someone else. It's something else. Bye-bye, trainer. Hello, shape-ups. Nice shoes.
Citizens of 2149, we destroyed our home. The world you left behind fell victim to greed, war. We have been entrusted with a second chance to get it right.
We did the right thing, didn't we? Coming here.
Welcome to Terra Nova.
We're starting over as a family.
Get down!
Welcome to paradise.
Come on!
The best comedy of the year is almost here.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
No. Traffic Light premieres this Tuesday after Raising Hope on Fox. Later tonight, don't miss the Glee Club's dream commercial.
Outstanding.
It's all part of one super thrilling all-new Glee event, only on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by the all-new Chevrolet Volt, 2011 North American Car of the Year.
Steelers have to start at their 13 after the penalty on Kieran Fox. Down by 6 with one timeout. Roethlisberger finds Heath Miller. And the tight end out across the 25 for 15 yards.
Well, we've seen Ben Roethlisberger in this situation before.
He pulls it back and now completes the pass. Hines Ward comes away with it. A gain of 4. For Ben Roethlisberger, you're right. He's been in this spot before. He won Super Bowl 43 on that 6-yard touchdown throw to Santonio Holmes 2 years ago. 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger throws it away. Pressure by A.J. Hawk, and we go back to that penalty on the kick return by Kieran Fox.
Yeah, there he is right there, 57. You're going to see at the end of it, Tom Crabtree is who he pushes. You got officials standing right there. Those are the types of things that ultimately get you beat. Here's Mike Wallace on that last play. He had no idea what the route was. At the last minute, they're trying to communicate it with him, but they never did.
Jonathan Scott, the left tackle, lost his shoe. So Trey Essex comes in at left tackle. Third down and 5. This one incomplete. It's 4th down. Roethlisberger overthrew Mike Wallace.
It looked like, Joe, he was maybe trying to get it to Hines Ward. There was another miscommunication in Ben's talking with Hines Ward now. That's a couple of plays now where the execution is, they haven't even had much of a chance to execute because there's been confusion on what was expected.
4th down and 5. Any hope of a comeback rests with this play. Ben, a lot of contact. This ball is incomplete, but it was a 4th down pass, and Green Bay will take over. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. There was contact at the top of the route, but no flag was thrown.
There sure was, Joe, and Mike Wallace was looking around for a flag, and I might be with him. It looked to me like the contact was before the ball arrived. Look at the top of this. Tramon Williams. There it didn't look nearly as significant.
Yeah, I think that's a good no call.
I agree. I agree. We saw the legs contact each other, but he was coming underneath the route. I think based on where the ball was thrown, it looked more severe than what it really was. And I agree with you, Joe. I think it's a good non-call and a great defensive stop by the Packers.
And so the number 6 seed, the Green Bay Packers, who had to go through Philadelphia, had to go through Atlanta, had to go through their rival, the Chicago Bears, to get to Super Bowl 45. Lead by 6. And Mike McCarthy, from the Greenfield neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, gets the Gatorade bath along the sideline. Tears in the eyes of Donald Driver. Tonight's cam sponsored by Budweiser, an up-close and personal look. The final snap of Super Bowl 45. The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is coming home. With Greg Jennings.
He keeps saying, wow. Taking it in.
Wow. It's a great day to be great, baby.
Just, everything this team has been through. I can't even begin to, I don't know where to start with that. Where do you begin to just talk about everything you guys have been through and now look at this moment?
To God be the glory. We've been a team that's overcome adversity all year. And our head captain goes down, emotional in the locker room. Our #1 receiver goes down. More emotions are going flying in the locker room, but we find a way to bottle it up and exert it all out here on the field. To God be the glory.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Joe?
What a game he had. 2 touchdown catches. The last one an 8-yarder. A big conversion on a 3rd down with a 31-yard catch. But they can beat you so many different ways, and they proved that this entire postseason. Coming up, the Chevrolet postgame show. Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy in the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Green Bay Packers. He grew up in Pittsburgh, rooting for the Steelers. Now he's the head coach of the champion Green Bay Packers. Back to Arlington after this.
Yeah, I'm always reading about how this market is so tough, I tell people, go to E-Trade, Bless you, Peppers. No matter what the market does, E-Trade can help. They got strategies, screeners, 24/7 customer support. Anyway, they have pretty much every investment you need. Peppers, I told you to get a flu shot.
E-Trade. Investing unleashed.
The situation feels very familiar. In fact, I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 17 shots or 16? I think I may have lost track myself. So I suppose there's only one question you should be asking yourself.
Do I feel lucky?
Why wasn't I watching the other hand?
Mom, let her go!
48 million miles from home.
Welcome to Mars.
One Earthling has one night
Less than 7 hours?
to save his mom.
How do we get past all those Martians?
Duh. Fire butt blasters!
On March 11th,
Run!
it's the mother of all adventures.
It was exactly according to my plan.
I know karate! Well, at least on the Wii.
Mars Needs Moms. Rated PG.
No, man!
In 3D, March 11th.
Say, what's that taste like? Chicken? Why, what's yours taste like?
That sounds good.
You got yourself a sandwich, sir.
It's the bold taste of Wendy's new Asiago Ranch Chicken Club. Try it with our signature spicy chicken filet, topped with natural Asiago, applewood smoked bacon, and cool creamy ranch sauce.
What's that taste like?
You know when it's real. Fox tomorrow.
Mom, I think we need to get you to the hospital.
You think you know House?
She's dying! That doesn't mean we should all go to jail to save her.
Do it or you're fired.
You don't.
If you tell anyone, I will destroy your career.
All new House. Viewer discretion advised. Tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox.
The simple joy of temptation. Right now, get 20 crispy chicken McNuggets at McDonald's for just $4.99.
Suddenly I see, this is what I want to be. Suddenly I see, yeah.
Understanding what makes your business different is what makes us different. At First Financial, our business banking experts get to know you, your industry, your challenges, and your opportunities to tailor solutions to help keep you on the path to success.
It means so much to me.
Call or come in today.
The simple joy of temptation. Right now, get 50 crispy chicken McNuggets at McDonald's for just $9.99.
Before you wake up, our 40-member news team has gathered the stories of the day. Indiana's news on Indiana's Fox. Weekday mornings starting at 4.
Welcome to the Chevrolet Super Bowl postgame show on Fox.
The franchise was born in 1921 tonight. The Green Bay Packers celebrate their NFL record 13th NFL championship in 80 years. It's their 4th Super Bowl title, the last coming back 14 seasons ago when they beat New England in Super Bowl 31. And many joyous faces along that Packers sideline. We will get you to the trophy presentation in just a bit. But right now, we welcome you to the Chevrolet postgame show. Here in the end zone at Super Bowl 45, Kurt Menefee along with Howie Long, Michael Strahan, and Jimmy Johnson. And guys, we anticipated this, Jimmy, being a thrilling contest. The matchup looked great on paper. It lived up to it.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers was really sharp. He was outstanding. I think the spread set really kept the Pittsburgh defense off balance. Rodgers had over 300 yards passing, and that was 4 or 5 key drops by the receivers. So he had an outstanding day. Starks ends up rushing for over 50 yards for some crucial first downs. The big thing was Aaron Rodgers, though. He was very accurate. He was in rhythm the entire night.
Well, the impressive thing to me, beginning of the first quarter, the beginning of the third quarter, you could tell Green Bay nerves were getting the best of them. They're dropping balls, not doing a little thing, Jimmy, that they've done in the past. And for those guys to hang in there and watch Pittsburgh march down the field and be in a situation at the end of that game where they know Pittsburgh usually comes out on top and to hold on, that was impressive.
A lot was made of the perceived experience factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers, having 25 players, having played in Super Bowls and won. I think you can make the case that given all that Green Bay's been through over the last couple of years as a team, and Aaron Rodgers in particular, regarding the scrutiny and the media focus with the Brett Favre departure and the transition to Aaron Rodgers, this team was as battle-tested a non-Super Bowl team as you could imagine.
And they came through every single test that they were giving, not only Rodgers, but McCarthy and Ted Thompson as well. For more comments on today's game, let's get it up to the guys who called it for us. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Guys?
All right, Kurt, guys, thank you. Well, I guess we'll put our little wrap-up on it. This game was everything I think anybody could have hoped for, and maybe even more coming down to the last possession for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, not a lot of surprises, was there? I mean, we thought coming in that it would be this type of game coming down to the very end. It was certainly that way. The guys laid it out very well for us. You know, Aaron Rodgers was sensational. He's been playing sensational all season long. And I just think that when you look at all the injuries in this ball game, for the Packers to overcome them like they did all season long, it's pretty fitting, and it's well-deserved by Mike McCarthy and that staff.
What a march it's been. Titletown has another. Go back down to the field. Kurt, all yours.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Chevrolet postgame show rolls on with the point that everyone loves to see. It's the trophy presentation, the Vince Lombardi Trophy, returning home. Our own Terry Bradshaw down on the field for that. Let's send it up to the public address announcer, Alan Roach.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome legendary Hall of Fame quarterback from the Dallas Cowboys and the MVP of Super Bowl, Roger Staubach, and the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
No, you gotta give it up. I'm supposed to give it to you, Ron. Then I get out of here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great Super Bowl 45 we just witnessed. All you Green Bay Packer fans, congratulations now to present the Vince Lombardi Award, symbolic of the world champions of Super Bowl 45. The great Roger Staubach will present that beautiful trophy to the commissioner, Roger Goodell. Commissioner?
Goodell. Yes, sir.
It's all yours, sir.
Thank you. What a great football game with two classic teams. Thank you, fans, for a great season. It was definitely a season to remember. And now the smallest city in the country is won the biggest game. To Mark, Ted Thompson, and Coach McCarthy, what a great championship. We congratulate you and your fans. Vince Lombardi is coming home to Green Bay. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mark Murphy.
Yeah.
13 world titles, 4 Super Bowls now, taking it back to Titletown. What do you got to say to all those fans back in Green Bay waiting on you?
We have the best fans in the league, and we couldn't have done it without you. The Vince Lombardi Trophy's coming back to